Alright, let's get started. I don't think you can't see the cursor or anything, but hang on. This might be a little loud. Or, no, I don't think it works without the... There we go. Okay. I'll just crank it to about there. Ah. I think that's gonna do it just fine. Oh wait. Is it even hooked? Oh. Oh no. Wait a minute. Plugging. There. My tablet would be like, doesn't want to work. I won't work on this one for too long. So, once I have something finished, I'll be able to sleep in peace. This might be an issue. Okay, maybe this will work a little better. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think that's a little bit better. More? Yeah. That was a little too quiet. There. It's almost 12 over on my end, but... I think this is going to be my main. It's called A Sweet Smile. I have a nasty habit of drawing heads like this. Again, keeping it simple. They should know that the creator behind the Wedding Witch basically solo developed the game. Yeah, very inspiring, isn't it? Pretty successful too, and that's why it's just awesome. Man, I don't know if I have the patience to draw that beautiful bouquet, but I don't think I'm going to. Not that you know, I would like to, but it's just I don't think I want to commit to as much these days. I feel like if I spend too much time just trying to draw that, it's gonna make me feel like it's just too much work. And speaking of, I have something else I gotta work on too that I've been neglecting for a little bit. You know what? It's a comic project that I'm trying to finish up. I haven't even past the point that where I wanna succeed. I'll see if I can get some of that going this Monday. But this takes priority at the moment because I just want to, right? But might as well, right? I just finished working on the video, but now I just want to draw a thumbnail. Because I want to. Hello. Need to make it a little bit longer there. Oh, yeah. Diamond. Diamond. You know. Diamond. Yeah, that's what you gotta do, right? Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's all you have to do. I guess it's just more like... No, no, it's right. No, it's right. Yeah, just like that. And then... Not from there. Well, before I even dare to. You know, if it's gonna be like that, it's gotta be like that. You know. Because, yeah. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Yeah, I think that looks good enough. Good enough. Let me check something here. I don't know. I'm not sure if it looks okay, but... Here we go. Actually, I like this one a little better. I don't know, something like... That's gonna be changed later, but... It's definitely gonna be better than the Homer Simpson one I draft, but that was like a very quick one. Nothing to be taken super seriously, right? I had that one in the works, but it's like a little bit in the back burner until I'm like, you know. So yeah. Uh, that looks fine. Well, mate, I think. I find this helps me concentrate a little better. Like, if it gets annoying, then I don't blame you. Sometimes it allows me to just, like, not be too distracted. There. I might have to do something about that, but that's later on. Uh, if there's one thing I gotta give Genshin Impact, uh, one big praise though, is the soundtrack. I don't think the composer is working for them anymore, but he definitely worked the pretty far with them. I know I haven't played Zelda Tears of the Kingdom or you know Breath of the Wild, you know. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I think that's fine. Although I kind of don't like how she looked, but maybe on the third one I will. It's like I can't really quite get the look that I am after. Okay. Huh? Where's the folder? My folder. Okay. I actually would like to play the game again. I'd be too tired to do so tonight, but tomorrow I'm definitely gonna look into playing some more. It's hard, but I can see the fun in it. I'm gonna be up in front about this. I have pretty much turned off the soundtrack for Genshin Impact. I know. I get praise, even though I basically have it had it turned off. So it's like, I'd rather salvage the music for like if I want to listen to him, right? Like, it's phenomenal, don't get me wrong. It's just I want to savor it. Like, you know, don't be consuming on sweets too much. It's too bad that these are pretty short. Man, I wish I could afford to stay up so late. This is like the best hour to really get into stuff. I know I'm on my well, not vacation, but like, you know, my weekend, if you want to call that. It makes me feel like I could do more. I guess I'm a night owl. After all, I just never liked the idea of waking up. Maybe, truth is, I don't like it. I don't like, sleeping, the sleeping at night. And I'm more active that night than the day. I don't know. Although I'd much rather have the day, personally. Because, well, I like day. I know I'm supposed to stream earlier today. But I took way too long. I've been working on the video. And I'm still experimenting with the format. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to fare, though I probably won't expect much from it. I would love to do more videos. I just need to just try to find it, find something that works. Gotta make most of what I have. I have done videos like sometimes. It's like, what if I want to, right? Well, back then, though, I started doing videos. It wasn't something that I did it because I want to. It's because my mother wants us to. And back then, I kind of hate that. I hate being forced to do something that I just don't have enough time to work on or something. I was in my mid-teens at the time. I just don't know myself enough what I really want, except to have fun, play video games, and creativity. I got no time for that. That was like, well, earlier on. Though I believe we started doing it before she made us like get into it. I remember back in 2000, I guess it was like in 2000, bit of 2005, up until a certain point in 2006. Trying to say, we had a guy who would show up. My mother thought though that this guy knows about Hollywood stuff. Though honestly, I don't know how she found him, but he wasn't anything special. He was just some dude who probably just had some understanding. Maybe just to get us, involved in video editing, video content creation. So that was the reason. She just wants us to get into something creative, in hopes that maybe, but just maybe, we'll be able to like make a good movie, an epic movie. I don't know. I don't know if I really want that. If I knew, I probably would come off disappointed or, like a changed person. I don't know. Because nowadays, though, you have these family channels on YouTube, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but I guess in a way, I'm glad I didn't have to proceed with it. And my mom was, like, totally understanding, like, some years afterwards. And speaking about that guy, the reason that, uh, like, after that point, we stopped the whole thing. Um, and that guy, well, he just left. He disappeared. He said he was he the last time I heard about the guy was that he called in sick to my mother because he couldn't come. But what actually was what it is actually was that he he lied. He made an excuse saying that he couldn't go because he was sick. But he secretly took a plane ride just to go see his girlfriend of the time. And my mother was just like furious. And that was it, to my knowledge anyway. It's such a long time ago. I don't know if that story still holds up or what have you. But I thought it's worth pointing it out. It's only until I think 2019, 18. I think it was like a little bit before, but I'm not sure. Well, we had to do them because our mother made us do it. When we started doing it, it was like a one-a-day thing. But then that quickly changed to once a week. So we'll have a little bit more time to edit that. It was just too stressful, I remember. I cannot imagine doing something so quickly, trying to get things finished in a timely manner. But yeah, and I remember that I told my mother that I just want to be an artist for now. That's all I want to do as part of the creative path in life, right? And I'm glad that she is like very accepting of it. I guess that's supposed to look clear. Yeah, maybe something. I don't think this is exactly right, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I guess you could say it's good thing that we didn't carry it through, but maybe things could have played out differently. It would be an embarrassment if my mother knew what YouTube is about, and she saw that as a ticket to success or something. I can't imagine that we would. I don't know about you. I probably would just turn out to be crap. I don't know, like, going off tangent though, I'm thinking about Ryan's world right now. I don't know about Ryan, but does he I don't know. Maybe he'll eventually figure out what his life was like all along, with the fame and all, just because of the association of a ran, you know? He's now a teenager for well over half a year now. And later this year he'll be turning 14, and he's gonna have to start growing up, you know? He's no longer a young kid, despite that his parents still made him, you know, continue with it. But if you know, his parents want nothing but money, and they saw his child. They saw their child being their ticket to success. But I don't think they're not gonna like cling on to that the golden goose thing for much longer. I simply can't think that they're gonna do it. Well, I mean, they're probably gonna do it to their girls next, until they eventually become too old, and then they're probably left with like whatever. As for the money, I don't know if Ryan will receive the proper funds for college and other stuff. Man, what to do with all that money? He must be super lucky. You know. I'm just concerned what he's gonna do with all that money. Let alone the fact his, well, development in life, right? Does he know? I don't think so, I guess. Maybe he'll figure it out. But I just hope that he'll be okay in the end. Maybe we'll get some insight as to how he actually feels. I would not be surprised if we'll eventually see that interview someday. Once he matures, right? I would say by the time he turned 18 at the earliest, he needs to like come out of his closeted life and just like tell us what was it really like, you know, and if he ever feels shame of just like, you know, starting an early career like that. In a way, it just makes me grateful. And I know that sounds like I'm glad I am not famous, but I don't want to be like famous at such a young age if I'm not prepared for what life was like. For what, I don't know. It's like if you become successful too soon, and when you're not at the point that you're matured and developed, or at least have a understanding of life and values, I don't think you're gonna think right, you know. It's like you gotta have to like know what the you gotta like know the have to like I don't know. It's like I probably would have done stupid stuff that I probably would come off like I don't know. But now that I'm older, I like for that to change, you know? Because for me, I just want to experience that side of life, right? I'm not sure if it's selfish of me to ask, but it would be nice if I could get that taste. I don't want too much of it though. The only thing I really want is just to work on what I want to work on. Mainly, I just want to just draw more, program, like make use of my extra time better. I want to like correct that mistake that I've been neglecting myself for like, well, When I was younger, I just don't know better. Sometimes I do feel a sense of regret. It's only until I turn 19 years old when I realized I gotta do something. I guess there's no better time than that. I don't know how I would have start if I started it later. I probably wouldn't even be here in the first place. Even I don't know. It's just different. Well, I hope maybe I'll change that this year. I hope anyway. Let's see if I can improve it. My god. My sister be like hysterically laughing. Like, I get that. There are times to laugh, but I don't know. She doesn't seem to laugh at my jokes. There. I haven't got to the hair yet, but that's coming up. Just double checking. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Like, I try to get the switch it to a different topic though, but I try to get back into Genshin Impact. I still like the game, but it just doesn't hit the same. Like, something about the way the game is, it hasn't changed for the better much, but also they change it for the worse, and I don't think it's something that honestly though, I find very little reason to care to keep playing. Sometimes I would just pop in and try something. Ah, don't mind that background noise, whatever that be. Anyway, so my issue with Genshin Impact is, I don't know, they changed things in a way I just don't like. And like I don't like the idea that you have these characters' abilities that works for like exclusive zones and stuff, locations and that kind of stuff. Um, Not to mention the like honestly, it's just it kind of killed it for me. Oh, and story too. Less of a reason for me to care. And at that point, I think that Nowland is like, I don't know. It makes me not want to like play the game in the same way, right? I just don't. I just don't have the same passion to keep playing it like I have before. Oh my gosh. Maybe you couldn't hear that, but uh something you guys should know, and I don't think anyone ever told anyone about this. Maybe they do, but I may as well just spill it out. Don't get too attached to the characters, your items, your weapons, or any of that stuff. Whatever it is you got that you get, cool. But I don't know. Hang on while you can. That game will be around forever. How long? I don't have an answer to that. As long as if it makes some money. I probably wouldn't be surprised if they could keep the game up for 10 years. That's like, a long time. I'm sure they would. They'll probably keep it up. Unless they decide otherwise. Which, again, I don't know what they're going to do about it. But the other games they have out, though, like, yeah, they're pulling in good numbers. And they improve on what Genshin Impact did not have. The thing is, though, gacha games, if they don't perform enough to justify the keeping the service going, mainly because of the fact that, the operation costs, it costs money to operate. That's the thing. So you gotta have to like keep players playing the game and give them the reason to like spend all that money. And as long as a couple of players that have a lot of money to spend, then that's enough to keep the game going with new content and that. And I'm not sure about their end of life plan too. Makes me think about like what are they gonna do about the content that they put out in the span of 5 years that like the like 50% of the content never gets resurfaced unless they somehow brought them back as a rerun or something like that. I don't know, but it's like it's I don't know. It's just it's kind of hard to. Oh my gosh, my sister. What is up with that? Why is she laughing so hard? I don't know what she's laughing at though, but she's just like. When she laughs hard enough though, yeah, she'll pee. Yeah, it can happen. I don't think she hasn't like. I don't know. Yeah, that can happen. At least I don't laugh to death. I wouldn't do that. Well, maybe I might laugh if I do find it funny. I don't know. Uh, Save. I wish I had this superpower. Super concentration. Well, duh, you already have that right now. Yeah, you're right. I am. Just now. But it's like 1% of the time. Yeah. I would love to make it like 100% instead of 1. That would be so nice to have super concentration powers. But real talk though. Genshin Impact. I love the game, but I I like it for some of the things. If Genshin Impact was given a little bit more love and like a proper way, I don't know. It's a notable game, really. Like we had gacha games before, mind you. We had games before Genshin Impact, but Impact basically smashed, into the mainstream, and it's like it's different. It had the potential to be something more than that. They could still incorporate gacha mechanics. I mean, they don't have to like be that aggressive about it or just like make it unfair. I play MMOs that even if they have some form of a monetary incentive to make you buy it, like RuneScape. If you want to experience the rest of the game and support the server costs and all, being a membership, there's a reason for that, and they have a lot more to offer. However, even if you don't have the money, at least you still have a good chunk of a game you can actually play as a freemium, a free member. I know most of my early time as a RuneScape player, I played the free worlds, and I only got into membership by late 2012. I remember correctly. So, to me, being a member is a big deal because you can do so much more, and I love the game. However, I move away from RuneScape on occasion. But yeah, sometimes I come back to it just to see how much the game has really changed. I would love to return to RuneScape with the usual accounts, but the sad thing is that due to the strict requirements of needing to use email, I unfortunately never really. Let's just say I was like too late to the programs. So not only have I lost not one, not two, but 3 accounts. There was a third account I made, but I totally forgot the password, and I don't even recall the email address too. I think it's from the now defunct Yahoo email, I think, but it's a sad day. Regardless, I lost the access to all those accounts, so they're gone. One of my oldest accounts, I signed up in 2004. It's gone. It's not like it's a fully maxed out account though, but it was special to me. I go by Metoroy0, and I have another account that goes by Zero, the Zero Man X5. No, but really, is there any reason I want to go back to those games? Not really. I think they're fine, but the game changed a lot. Nowadays, it feels bloated. It just doesn't hit the same. It's like it's easier to level up for one thing, a lot more monetization is added in, stuff that we don't even need anymore. I have no idea I had that up. Eh, no biggie. Um, so, I won't be mad if my Genshin account gets removed, but I would feel bad for everyone else too. Unless Hoyoverse decides to come up with a like an offline version plan. Once at the very least that the main story is done. We don't know how much longer they're working on that, but all I know is that as long as they, still have the main story to work on and other side stuff to keep players going, it'll probably be like a few more years. I don't know. It could be more too. I know. Some of you though wants to see the game keep going on endlessly, and that's fine. But I just don't see it as going to be around for that. Well, forever. I don't know. I just don't believe it's going to be around for ever. Alright, I think I should be almost done. Just gotta do a little cleanup. Nothing too crazy. If they could do something big, like to preserve the game, because nowadays it's all about game preservation. It's all about game preservation, and I think we need more people get into that, right? Yeah. Because someday, your favorite games will be gone. What if you wanted to play it again? What if you want to share with those that you... Oops, that's not it. Okay, that's fine. What if you want to share with your loved ones, your children even? Or, if hey, maybe that game has some very cool concepts that maybe in the future could be like brought back. Maybe it has a cool story to tell. Something like that. You know? I would hate for something good just to like disappear like that, right? It would suck. Because, well, it would suck because then nobody will be able to play them anymore. And that also gets me thinking about like, well, okay, you know, as a game developer, sure, it really gets me thinking like, if I'm creating video games with the expectation that my audience wants to play these games for the foreseeable future, I expect my games to be around, preferably forever. If I'm working for a publishing company or a game developer company like EA or Activision, what have you, right? And their goal is to always like shift to a new product as soon as possible and disregard the older ones that they, pour thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of hours. Then again, maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but thousands of hours, yes. You, it can take many hours just to work on that one game, And nowadays, development spans in just years. It's no longer an uncommon thing. It's now becoming more like a yearly thing, almost. But I would I would be sad that they would just kill games just like that, all for their like selfish purposes, just because, well, they want to make another game, but don't think about us, right? And let's not forget the amount of optimizations and oops, um, this might hurt your eyes for a little bit, but that's okay. It's only temporary until. What I'm trying to get here is this: more games are gonna die. It's bad enough though that we have older games that never got ported. I mean, it's good that we're starting to see ports, I guess, and that's becoming a bit more commonplace. And again, that's really good. We're like, the most recent ones, recent examples being, well, we got like Croc, Pac-Man World, Klonoa, and many others. Again, I'm glad that we are getting those. Yet, we still have like many others. I know those are like old games. The only reason um, they don't get ported back is, well, yeah, reasons. Let's see. Might as well just go cheap, go white. Um, it would be a shame, right? I don't want to see games dying, and it just makes me not want to just like work on a video game for a major publisher if I know my work is going to be discarded or be part of. It's like they treat it more as a like, you know um what's the best way to really call them? It's like it's more like a piece, a thing. You don't buy it with the expectation that you own it. You buy it as a rental, right? It's a rental. It's not the software that you keep. Some people will think, well, that's perfectly justified, right? You don't own the software to begin with. Well, yeah, of course you don't own the software to begin with because it's not the game that is yours, and by that it's more like um. But I think what they meant was that it's something else. But the problem is, even if you don't own the software, you can't control it. You cannot control the software that you legit bought or spent. I can understand rentals, like if you're not like spending a lot of money on something, and if it's a short one, then yeah. But if you're gonna expect me to pay in double digits, close to like half to or even close to $100, I expect to keep the software. I expect that nothing would be taken away from me. I don't expect the software to be taken away whenever they feel like it. Ah, there you go. Hold on. Yeah, you see what I did there? I'm getting good. But real talk though, we paid a lot with the expectation we can keep the software. And if, well, like if it's free, sure, and maybe re-releases later down the road or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, man. It just feels wrong to like take that away from us, right? There we go. If I can't keep the software knowing that they're gonna take it away anytime, I'd rather that I don't buy their software at all, no matter how good it is. I don't care if it's like an actual good game that they promoted so super hard. I just don't support the idea that they're taking it away. Yeah, the idea of preservation is often discussed about, especially in the earlier days when like you want to watch something You better go to the theaters while it lasts. You want to like read a book at the library, you better pay it, but you won't know if that book is going to remain there the next time you come. Oh, and it'll be like, I don't know, like $1 or something. I don't know. What if it gets removed at some point? I don't know. It's like it's the idea of ownership, not being able to keep what you bought with your hard-earned money. Yeah, they want to like bring back the idea of not owning it. You don't own software or or that or like especially in video games, you don't get to keep it. And I know there's some complexities when it comes to like licensing. I can get why that is an issue. License stuff hurts software over long term because you have to like keep yourself like subscribed or for the studio, right? They have to keep spending money if they want to retain it, but it's just too expensive, right? That's why licensing sucks. You'd be lucky if you get um like James Bond, the 007, like that one Nintendo Switch game that came out recently. We figured it wouldn't be back, but they did anyway. Despite that, though, it's nothing. We don't know if that's gonna be around forever. Only one way to know is to just wait and see until, yeah. If you saw the good old game cartridge, awesome. Hang on to that because you never know. You'll never know when they'll decide to just like take that away from you. That's why I'm with uh I'm with a group formed by Ross Scott, the guy behind favorites such as the Game Dungeon for one thing. And I support the group's efforts in order to bring it back, or to change how game ownership works, and especially with games as a service, those things needs to like they need to do something in order to retain it. I mean, there's been some slow developments taking place, so at least something is happening in that space. I just hope we'll see the proper action taking place. I rather. No. She kind of looks a little dirt. Maybe that'll be fixed. Maybe I'll try. You know, Genshin Impact is definitely a game worth preserving at the very least. It would be a shame that they don't see. I view video games not just something that you have fun, but also like they can be more than just that. It's like an artistic expression. It's something more. It's more than that. And to the to the companies, they just don't view it the same way. They're more like just products. They're meant to be consumed, but can't just like consume it over and over again or something like that. It's not what they want you to do with it. I don't want to go to a restaurant and play the video games until they decide to remove it. If I want something and I want to own it, I should be able to just like pay. As long as if it's fair, right? Nothing too crazy, but that's right, we're gonna cheat. Yeah, just for a little bit. Never like how that looks. I could make the brows thicker too. Because I can. I can. And you should too. Yeah. I think that looks alright. Looks alright. We'll add a little hazy. Actually, let's see how that looks. Nah, we'll just. I'm drawing Belle from Wedding Witch. In case if you're wondering who she is so pretty. She's a kind of a lady, If I ever met her in the woods, and chances are that if she has a thing for me, as long as they don't die, I'll be happy to have her as my wife. I don't know. Ah, she has like some roses on her, but I'm not gonna worry about like. In fact, I want to keep it simple. I think I should be almost done. Now I need to think of a background. What will that be? Let me see. It doesn't have to be one from the game, but ooh, maybe something something purple, like, okay. I'm just gonna I'll steal it. Just kidding. Definitely something yeah, okay. Let's go with that. Before I continue, yes, those are holes. That's totally intentional. That theme you just heard now, that's pretty. It's called Theme of the Seven. That's all you need to know. From Genshin Impact. There. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna worry about too much. But I definitely would like it if I could just make her stand out. So, copy. And then I just highlight. Then I just rasterize. Then I cheat a little bit. Ooh. Oh, here we go. We've got some interesting color. Yeah, that'll do just fine, I think. Da 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 da. Which one for the top font? Well, there are a couple ones I've installed, which are nice. Something pretty, but legible too. I never like fonts that look so stylized to the point that you cannot make out what the heck it is supposed to say. but I think I have a good one. Wait a minute. Was that like... Oh, okay, here we go. Ah. Yeah, check this out. I'm a wizard. Maybe it just needs a bit better clarity. It's a good font. Don't get me wrong. It's a good font. Paula. What about that one I had, like, used a while back? No. Well, I guess maybe I'll just go with that then. It just works. More softening. Yeah, check that out. And what was that one? It's addition. Yeah, okay. I think this looks okay. Not bad for an hour and a half drawing. I'm calling that good. I'll be able to use that as a YouTube thumbnail. And I think that's going to be it for tonight. I know, it's not like a super long one, but at least I can write that off of my bucket list. And yeah, so to anyone who is here, thank you very much. And I'll try to be a little bit more active, but I can't promise when, but I'm trying to. But hey, if you're here and if you enjoy it, I hope to see you all next time. Peace out. Ah.